Hello. Hi Ram.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi.
Can you switch on camera, please?
Yes, yes. Is it fine? Now it's fine.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me have a look. Yes.
Hi.
Can you introduce about yourself?
Sorry?
Can you introduce about yourself?
Okay. Uh, uh, can I call you Raman?
Yeah, yeah. You can call me Jay or Jay.
Jai. Okay. Hi Jai. Good evening. My name is Ram Chanale. I am working as a software test engineer, as an automation engineer. I have a total 6 years of experience, which is totally in testing, which covers broad range from manual testing as a QA to automation engineer. Initially, I worked for 3.5 years as a QA manual tester, and from last 2.5 years, I am actively working as a automation engineer.
Okay.
When it comes to manual tester, I have a very good knowledge on different testing strategies and test methodologies, from integration testing, system testing to sanity, smoke and user acceptance testing, and good knowledge and ability to describe creation of test cases and execution of test cases. And when it comes to automation, currently actively I am working as automation now from last 2.5 years, which covers we are using Selenium WebDriver with Java binding for automation, and we are following a hybrid design, hybrid framework, which where we are using page object model, POM design pattern, and for CI/CD tool. Sorry. I have knowledge on Maven and Jenkins as well for continuous integration and deployment. When it comes to Selenium, I have a good exposure on Selenium concepts like classes, select classes, action classes, and with respect to Java's OOPS concept, from class object to abstraction, encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, as well as having a good knowledge on method overloading, method overriding, and when in as well as per the requirement, we use third-party tools like extant reports for report generation, and have experience and working testing on API testing using Postman, as well as little from past 2 to 4 months. I am also aware of the Rest Assured API automation tool. Just recently, just in past from 2 to 3 months, where I was going through. Right now, currently, I am working as automation actively. In case of whenever there is a need, going manual testing also.
Okay. So in manual testing, can you explain about the defect life cycle?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Defect life cycle, when we are testing a application, when we found something issue which is not as expected, the feature which should be work, if it is a valid, it has been defined as a bug, which will go through a certain phases of life cycle, which is called as bug life cycle. And the stages, like when the issue has been found, it is initially in a new state. Once the issue is in new state, it will be open, and once the issue has been opened, the issue has been assigned to a corresponding assignee, which is the assigned state. Sorry. Once issue, the corresponding assigned developer will going to work on it, and the issue has been fixed, which is a fixed state. When the issue is one new open state, there is a one more state called reject, where if the issue is in duplicate, it can be rejected. There is a possible way. And once the issue has been fixed, which will go into next stage, a retest. If the issue is successfully fixed, then it will passes to a closure, or else from retest to the issue will going to reopen if the issue is not fixed, a reopen state. This is what bug life cycle. Once the issue has been found, it will pass through this many stages.
Okay. So you write test cases in Excel sheet or any tool?
Yes, earlier in initial during my first phase we used to do an Excel sheet. During my second tuner, second company past Lotus Wireless, we were using a TestLink tool, which is open source, where we used to create test cases as well as corresponding documents. And as of now, currently we are in current company, they were creating test cases in a Google Sheet. As current,
Google Sheet.
Yes.
Okay. In test case Excel, right? What are the columns you would be having as part of your test case?
Yeah, sure. As a part of a test case, we have a test case ID and test case name, test case description, and steps to follow, expected result, and actual result.
So, do you know what is the requirement traceability matrix?
Requirement traceability matrix. Yes, I know regarding requirement RTM, requirement traceability, which is called as a requirement traceability matrix, which will track a record of testing status, which usually I didn't created, which is I just went through a documentation which was created by my lead, which will track the entire testing status. We call it as a requirement traceability matrix.
Okay. So you are working in, your development team, which methodology they are following?
Agile methodology. We are actively following agile methodology from last.
Okay, in agile, agile. Can you explain about agile methodology? What would be your day-to-day responsibilities in agile?
Agile methodology is a way of kindly cooperation with the client as well as the development team, where the development, testing, and he has been carried out in a parallel way as per the requirement given by the client. In case of there is a no issue in getting alteration in the requirement, which includes which is easy for development as well as testing. And we conduct every day, have a stand-up meeting early morning for 10 minutes, and we do have a sprint release for 2 weeks once, which is completes which all or the new features has been added, which will going to release in every sprint. And this is what we follow agile methodology.
Okay.
When okay,
yeah,
please.
Go on, continue it.
Yeah, when it comes to my roles and responsibility, as usual, the task has been assigned every day, whether irrespective of the manual testing or automation. I will carry forward the task.
Okay. So if you have any clarifications about your requirements during the test design phase,
okay,
whom you will approach for the clarification?
Yes, corresponding in my corresponding test lead, I will approach. Definitely, if I didn't still clarified, I try to I put a mail with my lead and a manager. I read a clarification call regarding the complete requirement.
Okay. So you worked on automation, right?
Yes, currently most of the times I am working as automation as of right now.
Okay, you are using Selenium.
Yes.
You are using TestNG.
Yes.
So you are using Java, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you explain the collections, Java collections framework?
Java collection framework. Collection is a collection itself is an interface, which is a collection of object in a single unit, which will help to do various operations like sorting, searching, any manipulation, deletion, uh, which further have multiple interfaces and collection classes. You want me to explain?
Yeah, what are the collections?
Yes.
What are the
In collection, we have interfaces list, set, and queue, as well as a map interface. When it comes to list, list is an interface which will contains duplicate and which will maintains orders and which definitely we can access randomly, which provides a random access, and it is a data structure which extends collection interface, which further in collection in a list interface we have array list, linked list, and vector class, which will all our class which implements collection list interface, and vector have one more subclass stack. When it comes to array list will inherit all the methods of a list interface, which will maintains order, insertion order, and we can access randomly, which is not synchronized. This linked list collection, linked list, which is also maintains order, which is not synchronized, and if vector, which is a synchronized and thread safe. When it comes to queue,
yeah, good.
Set is an interface which extends collection interface, which contains all the methods of the collection, and set contains a unique, which doesn't allow duplicate, and elements are stored in the randomly, which is not an insertion order. Set collection interface, set collection have classes hash set and linked hash set, sorted set. One more data structure is queue, which is operates on first in first out procedure, which further have which extends classes DQ and array DQ. This is about collection. And when it comes to map, map is an interface which holds the value in the form of key comma value pair. All keys are unique, and there is at most one null key and multiple null values. There is a possibility, and map having sorted map interface and hash map, tree map classes. Hash map class extends sorted map, and this tree map works on the basis of binary search tree, which is a thread safe synchronized one.
Okay.
This is all about collection.
So you used selenium, right?
This collection.
Oh, you used selenium for automation, right?
Yes. Selenium I
Okay.
use for automation.
If you are in a situation to invoke a JavaScript,
Okay.
what is the piece of code that you use from Selenium API?
Selenium API provides a JavaScript executor,
Okay.
where we need to create a reference for JavaScript executor, and we need to pass a JavaScript code to a reference. As
What is the
JavaScript,
method you will use?
Yes, JavaScript executor JS is equal to JavaScript executor driver close bracket and colon, and we need to execute JS dot execute script as per our requirement. We pass the code. For example, if you want to pass click a value, argument square bracket 0 dot click, like this, multiple as per our requirement, we pass the JavaScript code, and corresponding functionality will go to execute.
Okay. What is the purpose of action class in Selenium?
Action class, which are all the possible actions have been done by mouse and keyboard. To operate and perform those all actions, we have action classes. For example, action class provides click, to perform a click operation, which will also provide mouse over functionality. As per our requirement, we will mouse over, which also provides right click, action dot context click, and mouse over action also provides a double click, action dot double click. We need to provide that on which element we need to pass that one, that element locator. This is all with respect to action. We provide, we can operate. We can also click using action.
Okay. If you want to switch driver, I mean, if you want to switch from one window to another window, how you can do that in Selenium?
Yes, definitely. We have a feature. The Selenium WebDriver provides two methods: get window handle and get window handles. Get window handle provides a current window, single window, which will return a string, which the current ID of the window ID. With respect to get window handles, on click of any operation, if you are getting multiple windows, which will returns the all window IDs, and which will collected as a set set collection.
Okay. How you can switch to frames?
Yes, as Selenium WebDriver also provides a feature to switch a frame. Driver dot switch to frame. We can switch based on frame ID, frame name, and index.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the drivers you had used for in Selenium automation? What are the drivers you used?
Sorry.
What are the drivers you had used?
For execution, multiple browsers you are asking?
Yes.
For our current project implementation, we are using Chrome driver single-handedly.
Okay.
But Selenium provides various drivers like Firefox, Internet Explorer, Opera, Chrome driver, HTML unit driver, like this. As per our requirement.
So in your current project, you use Chrome driver, right?
Yes, Chrome driver.
Okay. Do you know what is desired capabilities?
Desired
capabilities.
Desired capabilities. I did not use the function desired capabilities, which is a function Chrome provides option to operate on its browser. For example, we used to execute our script in a headless mode. To operate that one, we have an option, Chrome option class. We need to create the object of Chrome option. Option is equal to new Chrome option, and this Chrome option dot set headless true, and this Chrome option object need to pass for a Chrome driver. This desired capabilities as well the same function, which is like this how we are doing a headless, but actually in real implementation I did not use, just I am aware this functionality, desired capabilities.
Okay. You use TestNG?
Yes. For as an execution engine, we are using TestNG.
Okay. What are the different annotations in TestNG?
TestNG provides multiple annotations like before suit and after suit, before class, after class, and @data provider, @test, @method, @test method, group, parameters. If we not pass parameters, like this, have as per our requirement, we will use the annotations.
Okay. Is there any @groups?
Yes, @groups annotation is there.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Okay. What is the purpose of groups?
Group purpose of the group is to we collectively combined collection of test cases which are grouped in a for example, say we have a 10 module. Each module, all test cases grouped in a single group by group name, and same we will execute by this group annotation.
How you will, from where you will pass the group's name?
Group names we need to pass from testng.xml, which will be given, and this annotation we need to use in the test methods group over the test method.
Okay. Over the test method.
Yes.
Okay. What is the purpose of parameters?
Parameter annotation parameter annotation. When we are performing testing, cross-browser testing, as currently we are performing single Chrome browser. In case we need a testing to carry out on multiple cross-browser, we provide the browser name through parameter, which will be provided over the parameter annotations. In a parameter annotations, we need to provide the string name, which will be going to pass from the testng.xml file, and as per the browser name, corresponding browser will be launched and will be test. That the corresponding test case will going to execute on corresponding browser.
So from where you will pass the value of parameter?
Sure. Parameter value actually declared in testng.xml. And that value has been read in the program. At the rate parameter annotation where we are providing, there it will be read.
So, so you know how to execute the scripts in parallel using testng?
Yes, sure, definitely.
How it can be done?
Testng provides execution of test cases in parallelly. At a single attempt, we can launch 3 browsers, 5 browsers. For example, in testng.xml, in the test suite tag, we need to provide a parameter. Thread count is equal to number of browsers parallelly we want to launch, and the corresponding all classes at which level we want to execute the test cases, class level, test level, and those all test cases will be launched on a corresponding number of thread counts what we are providing on that one it will execute.
Where you will specify the thread count and the parallel attributes?
In suite level.
Okay. What are the attributes? What are the suite level? What are the attributes?
Pardon? Please come again. I didn't get.
Yeah. How you will mention in the XML file? You said it is at the suite level. What I am asking is what are the attributes name? You will be providing the parameter, right, in the XML?
Yeah, you are asking complete testng suite parameters or?
Yes. Testng in testng under which value you will provide the thread count?
That is what in testng at a suite level, open bracket suite, and inside that the same tag will put thread count is equal to number of things browser we need to launch. There we will provide.
Okay. There itself we will provide whether you want to run it in parallel, either in
yes.
methods or groups, right?
Yes.
Okay, methods or test or classes. Okay. So how you achieved data provider? What is the purpose of data provider?
Data provider is again annotation. For example, say we want to run a test case simultaneously with multiple set of data. For example, say we need to test case login test case where we need to log in with 100 users, and all the user needs to be read from using data provider annotations. We need to provide a data provider annotations. Inside the data provider annotations, provide the class name of the data provider, which will provide the input test data. And we need to create a separate class for data provider annotation test data, where we passing the test data.
Okay. What is the library you used to parse the values from Excel?
Definitely, we are using Apache Poi for getting test data in case of required in Excel. Currently, as of now, we are reading from property file. Earlier, I used to read from using Apache Poi for reading data from XML.
Okay. Do you know what are the return types a data provider return? Data provider in testng can return only two return types.
Object
Do you
it will
know?
return.
Sorry?
Object.
Object.
Object, it will return a object itself. Object.
How it will return as an object?
In a form of two-dimensional array. What I have been used, I know this two-dimensional array I have been used. Other things.
Okay, fine. So in Java, right? In Java, you use string.
Yes, string we use.
What is the difference between string buffer and string builder?
String buffer and string builder, both are mutable one. String builder, string buffer, when it comes to compare to string, and string buffer is more faster as compared to string builder.
Okay. So when you say mutable, what does it mean, mutable?
When I say mutable, string provides a concept of literals. If we create an object with using string keyword, which will not going to modify string. When we create an object with respect to string keyword, the corresponding object saved in a string pool. Again, if we try to create a object with the same content, irrespective of creating a new object which will going to point to the string literals, it is all about for memory optimization. It has been implemented.
Okay. So you know abstract class interface in Java?
Yes, sure, definitely.
What is an abstract class?
Abstract class, a class which starts with abstract keyword, which is a collection of abstract methods which are not implemented as well as concrete methods. We are going to use abstract class when there is a partial requirement which is not a clear requirement. In that case, we will go with abstract class. If we have a clear requirement and we know all the methods which are need to define, then to achieve a complete abstraction, we will go with interface, which is a collection of all only abstract methods and final variables.
Okay. Do you know final, finally, and finalize?
Yes, definitely. Final itself is a constant. If we need to define something, some variable which will need in a constant in an entire project, like for example, say any pi value with final keyword, and finally is a block which is used along with at the end of the program, irrespective of any block of code, any method, any code in a method. If we need a code which should be mandatorily executed, such code will be provided in a finally block. And finalize, I am not recollecting. I failed to. Sorry.
Can I declare a class as final?
Yes, we can declare a class. But
if we declare a class as final, what does it mean?
If we don't want to provide that class for inheritance, which can't be inheritance.
Okay, if I define as final, it cannot be inherited, right?
Yes, we cannot extend that class. That features will not going to come.
Okay. So you are based out of Bangalore?
Yes.
Your native?
I am from North Karnataka, Bidar.
Okay, North Karnataka. Okay. So you mentioned page object model. What is page object model?
Page object model is a design pattern which is used in Selenium for automation. Page object model which will helps to maintain for easy maintenance of the code, and page object model which will provide a page object factory, object repository which collects all the locators irrespective of test cases, which will separate the locators from test cases, in case of future modification which will not affect them. And page object POM, which also provides a page factory, and this page factory which helps to create find locators, proxy locators during runtime. We can say like we can execute use the implement a method, use the method page factory dot init element, which will need to pass the driver object and the class which is going to provide the object repository locators.
Okay.
And
other than the locator in your page object, what you will be having?
Other than these locators, we have a constructor, that's corresponding class constructor, where we are passing this page object factory dot init element, and also we have annotations, find by annotations, and @find by annotation, @cache lookup, which will helps to find the locators during runtime. And this cache lookup, when we are freshly executing the test case, which will initially to take the locator, and once the test case has been run, the corresponding locators has been saved in a browser cache. To get those cache locators from cache to run to increase the performance of the test case, this @cache lookup annotations we will use, which will also provided by the Selenium in a page object model design pattern.
So did you write any custom listeners? Do you know listeners in TestNG?
Yes. Listeners.
What is listeners?
Listeners is the annotation itself. When we need a customized report, we will go with listeners, which will be provided at a class level, and as well as suite level also provided. But actually for report generation, we did not use listeners, we use extent reports.
Reports you used? How you integrated extend report with your framework?
Sorry?
How the extend report is integrated with your framework?
Definitely. Extend report as implemented as a part of base class at suite level, @suite level, and @test level, @method level. Extend reports have the classes extend HTML report, extend report, and extend test, which only we need to create the object and pass to a corresponding methods, and we here which help iTest result interface, which will helps to get the status of that method when we are running the test case.
Do you know iText context?
iTest context? No, I don't know.
Okay. So if you implemented extend report using before suite or after, you said right at the before suite level, at the base class level you implemented, how you will append your screenshot with that report?
Appending a screenshot, sure, definitely. In Selenium utility package, we created a take screenshot one utility class, utility, which will helps to get the screenshot in case of failure of the test case. When we in a base class we have a @test method. Yes, @test only. No, sorry, @method. Before method. Before method class. In that method, we have. We need to call this utility, which was implemented take screenshot, based on that method result. What when we are executing, get based on that test case result. If in case of result has been failure, then we will call that utility take screenshot.
Okay.
Yeah.
It will take the screenshot and it will save the file.
Yes.
Okay. How you will append this screenshot with the extend report?
Oh, no, I did not implemented this one. Actually, it's a good concept, and I don't know whether It is a possibility, or I don't know this one also.
You just Google about extend report library. There is a website, right?
Okay.
There itself it has a sample.
Okay.
How you can happen.
Okay.
Do you know the reporter class in TestNG?
No.
You tested API testing?
Yes, we are using a Postman for API testing.
So you do API automation also?
No, for API automation just started from last 2 months.
Using which library?
Using REST assured.
Okay.
It was in a starting learning stage. I was.
Okay, how you will do it in REST assured? If I am giving you a URL and I am asking you to test the get.
Sure, definitely. REST, we need to import the REST assured library. REST assured library, REST assured dot base URI is equal to base URI. We need to provide the service what you have been given, whether irrespective of get or post, whichever. And once the service has been provided, REST assured dot given, execute the given method, which will returns the request specification object, reference, not object. And further, using that request specification reference, we can now execute the corresponding HTTP method, which will returns the response object, again a response interface. And as per our requirement, we will get the result from the response object reference. What are all possible assertions and how, in what way we can verify that result, we do this way.
Okay, what are the response code you have tested?
More of the times, as of now, as a automation, just verified status code, get code, and get status line. This 200 for a get request, 200 OK success, as well as a post request 201 as a creating a new resource, and delete, which will give a 204. This all I used.
Okay, what about 400 series?
400 series, which will result into a client issues. If there is a issue in the development with respect to a client side, then which will it provides a series of 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. When it 100 is the about information, communication information. 200 is regarding the success, which all success, and 300 is a client redirection in case of adding any additional information which will need to provided by the client. In that case, it will return a 300 series, and 400 series is for the client purpose, which are all from the issues which are faced by client level, and 500 for server level issues, which will return by server issues.
So you know what is 401, 403, 405?
No, so 404 server not found, only one.
Okay, you know what is 401, 403, 405?
No, I need to check it.
So you recently started doing the API automation and testing?
Yes.
Okay. You know what is REST stands for?
Yes, definitely. REST it stands for representational state transfer. Is RESTful.
What is the difference between REST and SOAP?
REST and SOAP. Both are services. When REST services will going to use a call when it is between the system, or if the request is coming from a third party from outside, then we use SOAP service. We need SOAP service. For example, in my previous company, Lotus, we had a smart grid where a end user customer can register their electricity meter. For that, we had a mobile application. Whenever he registering his electricity meter from his mobile, the request is coming from outside. For such service, we are creating SOAP. And if the service provided inside the application, those all services created using REST services.
Do you have any questions?
Means which domain and what technologies you are using?
So here also we are doing automation using Selenium. We have a framework, and it would be multiple frameworks are there.
Okay.
Okay. So its domain is fully banking.
Okay.
Okay. So you will be doing both manual and automation.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
No.
Okay. I will pass the comments to the HR and they will get back to you. Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.